Spend the day with me in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Hi, my name's Mo. I'm a psychic medium. And on this day in particular, I went to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia on a whim to explore the haunted history. My immediate thought after leaving my car was wow, I really underestimated the hiking situation here. Obviously, it's a hiking town, it's in the middle of the Appalachian Trail, so I highly recommend good walking shoes. My first stop was John Brown's Fort. The story of John Brown is an interesting one. He essentially took over the US arsenal at the time, and this was a catalyst event for the Civil War. He had strong beliefs that were anti slavery related, and he considered himself to be a devout Christian. So these were his justifications for taking over. Here are some people reenacting these events. He was eventually captured and then tried for treason and murder, and then he was executed. This is a very tragic story. I did not connect with his energy, but there is definitely a strong battlefield presence there. Now, here I am walking up these steps, heading toward St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church. Now, this was near a battle site for the Civil War and a medical encampment center. I was picking up on an energy immediately of a soldier pacing at the church. Come to find out later, there was a soldier who was known to pass out on the church steps. He was seeking medical attention from the medical encampment center, but got lost or couldn't find his way, and unfortunately ended up passing out and passing away on the steps of this church. This train visual is where the fort of John Brown was. So it was a steep walk. Like I said earlier, I highly recommend good shoes if you're going to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. It is not a joke, it is not a drill, it is an intense walk. Heading up this hill is where the medical encampment center was, and unfortunately, it was basically destroyed, and you pass it as you're walking up toward Jefferson Rock. I have to say, there was some energy I was sensing, like a feeling of being watched as I was walking past the medical encampment center. But I want to make it very clear when I'm channeling spirit, I never feel unsafe. And I did not feel unsafe at all when I was in Harper's Ferry, but there was definitely some warlike energy there. Up the hill, I'm trekking up to Jefferson Rock, which is allegedly where Thomas Jefferson was looking for land and an excuse to expand exploration in the United States. He saw this view and sent Lewis and Clark off on a mission to explore. I thought that was interesting because I don't know, it's just a rock, but hey, all right, that's history. Then I stumbled into a museum about Harper's Ferry and John Brown's raid, which I highly recommend. I didn't get much of a tour of it, so I'll have to go back next time. It was 90 degrees, so I needed a treat. I went to this ice cream shop. Oh my gosh, it was so good, and they were selling goodies inside as well. Then I headed over to the Confluence, which is where the Potomac and Shenandoah Rivers meet. So it creates this interesting effect in the water. I went to the tracks to see if I could channel Screaming Jenny. Unfortunately, I couldn't, and I believe it really is just an urban legend. So, for those of you who don't know, Screaming Jenny is an urban legend in Harper's Ferry about a woman who lived alone. She was very poor. Her wool skirt caught on fire, and she ran onto the train tracks in a panic and got hit by a train. There's no record of her, and there's no burial site. There's no history about her or her legacy. It's a speculation that this is just made up to keep children off of the tracks and to keep hikers on the trail. And when I tell you again, these stairs are wild. As I'm walking up, from the Confluence back to the trail to get to my car. OMG, girl, look at that. I can't. I was picking up on some energy at this church near my car as well. And I don't know, it's definitely interesting. But at that point, I was exhausted. So I didn't look too much into it. I'm going to have to go back in the fall, which I feel like is probably a better time considering this hike. I was feeling the heat. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'd love to answer them. Like I said, I'm a psychic medium. I love all things haunted history, so I will be exploring some new places next. Let me know if you have any recommendations. Earlier this year, I went to Savannah, Georgia, and I'm thinking about going to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania next. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it today.